Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on something we all use, probably without even thinking about it, a flight booking website. We're going to see how one simple click can kick off a whole world of incredibly complex decisions.
You've done it a million times, right? A few clicks, you pick your dates, and boom, you've got a flight. It seems so simple. But that simplicity is an illusion, really. It's the result of countless choices made long before you ever landed on that page. So let's start peeling back those layers. All right, so let's start at the very beginning. On the surface, what a flight search system needs from you seems super straightforward. It's just got to ask for a few key pieces of information to get started. And here they are, your destination, where you're flying from, your travel dates, you know the drill. These are the non-negotiables, the absolute basics. Without this info, the system is just stuck. This is ground zero, the essential handshake between you and the machine.
And once the system has your basic info, it can start making some simple calls. Like for instance, this little rule here. If the flight is over 2 hours long, it'll show you a big plane layout. If it's shorter, you get a smaller one. Seems like simple if this, then that logic, right? Deceptively simple. Because the real complexity, well, it's lurking just beneath the surface.
So let's peel back that first layer. Think about this. Before you even type a single character into that search box, a huge decision has already been made for you. And that decision is all about how you're going to enter your information. This might not sound like a big deal, but trust me, the consequences are massive. And this slide lays out the big trade-off perfectly. Do you build a nice, friendly graphical interface, with clickable calendars and maps that everyone understands? That's great for the user, but it's a ton of work to build. Or do you go the easy route for the developers and make a simple, text-based console? Way easier to code, but let's be honest, almost nobody would be able to use it. This single choice, right at the beginning, can literally make or break the entire project. Okay, let's dive even deeper now. We're going from the user's view straight into the code, the technical blueprint of this thing. And there's this one tiny little detail in the early planning notes that reveals everything about how the system was designed to think from day one. So the notes say the departure and destination airports will just be stored as plain text. In programmer speak, that's called a string. Totally normal, standard stuff, nothing to see here, right? It's exactly what you'd expect. But then, there's this other little word that changes the whole game.
And that word is array. Now, result array might sound like boring tech jargon, but I promise you it is the most interesting part on the page. This isn't just a choice about storing data. No. This is a declaration. It's a sign that the creators had a much, much bigger vision right from the get-go.
So why does this one word matter so much? Because array just means a list. And by deciding the result will be an array, the developers were saying from day one, this system will never just give you one option. It's built to give you a list of possibilities, multiple flight times, different airlines. This tiny decision is the very foundation of comparison shopping. It's a total game changer. Okay, so we've got a plan for the interface, and we've got a core technical blueprint. Awesome. But right now, that's all just ideas on a whiteboard. Now, a team of actual people has to build this thing. And that, my friends, is where a whole new, messy layer of human complexity comes into play. See, the moment you have more than one person on a project, you introduce risk. Big ones, like integration. Will the piece that handles destinations actually connect properly with the piece that handles dates? And what if they understood the plan differently? But the real killer can be dependencies, that whole I can't start my work until you finish yours problem. And this is what we mean by the domino effect. It is so easy for this to happen. Let's say the destination feature gets delayed by just one day. Well, now the person building the date feature is completely stuck. They literally can't do their job. And just like that, one tiny delay on a single task can bring the entire project to a screeching halt. All right, let's put it all together. We've looked at all these different layers, so now let's see how they all stack up to create that simple search you do every day.
For you, sitting at home, it all starts with a single click. So simple. It feels totally effortless, almost like magic.
But now you know that that simple click is standing on the shoulders of a huge decision made way back at the start. The choice to build an interface that's easy for you to use, even though it was way harder for them to build. And holding up that interface is that fundamental technical blueprint. Remember that little word, array? That one choice is what gives the whole system its power. the power to show you a whole list of options, not just one. And finally, putting all those pieces together, that's the job of a team of people, trying their best to navigate all those tricky human challenges of working together to make this thing actually, work. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that the simple, clean, intuitive websites we use every day are anything but simple behind the scenes. They're built on these incredible layers of detailed thinking, where every decision, from the user interface to a single line of code, is connected right from the very beginning.
And that brings me to a final question for you. What's an unexpected challenge you think a team would run into right at this early stage? I mean, think about it. How do you handle all the different ways people type in a location? Some use the full name, some use the airport code. And let's not even talk about typos. That unpredictable human element could really mess things up, couldn't it? It's definitely something to chew on the next time you go to book a flight.